Hey everybody, good morning. It is almost 9 o'clock. I have just pulled up to a dive shop and I thought we would start our daily vlog here. I am taking a scuba recertification course mainly because I just feel like I need to be refreshed on all the equipment and how to use it. If you've been on our channel for a while, Michael and I got scuba certified about 3 years ago, but we went on just about one dive per year, a full 12 months or so between each dive. And the last time we dived was in summer of 2024. We did vlog it, although we didn't have our GoPro with us, so we just talked about it. But no one got hurt, but we all got scared a little bit. We all got shook up, and a lot of it was my fault. I had an issue going on at the bottom where I thought my equipment was malfunctioning. I couldn't find my buddy, and I sort of started to panic. So I am here at a dive shop in Crystal River, and I've signed up for a scuba refresher course just to kind of get my confidence back. I love diving. Wish I had done more of it while I felt fresh off of my original class. I like snorkeling a whole lot better, but I do love diving, and I feel like I really just need to talk to some professionals to get my confidence back. So this is me admitting that I've been absolutely terrified to dive for the last year since that whole dive went sideways, and I'm hoping that today will help me feel confident under the water again. So that's how today's vlog is starting. Good morning, happy Monday. I hope you're all having a great start to your new week, and I'll let you know after class how it goes.
Good morning, everybody. Just checking in with you today. Happy Monday, beginning of a new week. Ran outside again this morning. Did not film it today. I'm back on the Suncoast Boulevard, so not a lot to see. Very industrial, a lot of car dealerships. But I told you in yesterday's video that I was going to begin wearing a new shoe. I wanted to show that for just a few minutes, although this shoe is still soaked. It's only 10 o'clock here. And I finished running, I don't know, about 7:30 this morning, something like that, and then got right into work. This is an Adidas shoe. This is the Adidas or Adidas Adizero, and this is a more aggressive shoe than what I was currently running in, which is the Saucony Endorphin Speed 5. I think it's the 5th rendition now. This is the Adizero Evo SL. The price point is almost the same. A lot of people have been raving about this shoe, so I thought that I would order a pair and try it. This guy may be going back. It's more aggressive in the sense that it has a smaller drop, and so they do a heel-to-toe measurement. You subtract those two, that gets you to a millimeter drop in the shoe, and the closer you are to zero, the more aggressive the shoe, because there's not a whole lot of support there. The Saucony is an 8. This is a 6. You can see this is appears to be, right, a very flat shoe. If you put it on a flat surface, though, you can see the heel is slightly elevated. So why I want to mention this morning very briefly is that the run was nice, but not thought-provoking or excellent or innovative in any way. I want you to see something. This is a solid piece of foam, right? This is what is kind of weirding me out. So they use Continental tire, the rubber from Continental Tire, so a very, very high-end rubber on their shoe. But this new foam they have, I want you to see where the rubber literally meets the road, and then you can see where I have my points of impact, and then this too, because again, I'm running on sidewalks, so you can see every bit of dirt that I have ran over today. Brand new shoe, by the way. Put 8 miles on it. And if I'm going to continue to have a big point of impact, because I remember I hit flush this way, roll through, this is my major point of impact. This is where I need the plate to be, the foam to be, the highest concentration of whatever the support is in the shoe. So this is going to wear very quickly. This is also a very thin piece of rubber. So it's concerning to me at its price point that this rubber is just going to get beaten down a lot faster than a Saucony shoe. Not sure. The other big point is this tongue. You can see here that the biggest complaint about this is the tongue. When you read reviews, this tongue is not gusseted, which means it is loose in here. That's a little bit of a challenge the longer you run, because of course slippage with sweat and moisture, the tongue doesn't stay in place. It kind of slides down. So I don't want to make this a shoe review video. This is a daily vlog, but I just wanted to step in to say hello, hi, how are you? We're going to be doing, I think, some fun things this evening. Work for me though right now. But first thoughts on the shoe are, I'm glad I got them through Amazon. I can return them for up to 30 days. Will not put a ton of miles on them. Every run store allows you to run in them for a given number of days or miles. At this run store, which was shipped through Amazon, does the same thing. So yeah, I'm going to kind of shrug it off right now. I won't say that it's a bad shoe. It's not a great shoe. It feels like I was hitting the platform, like a platform, as I began the run. And I got to about 6 miles and it softened up, but not in a good way. It felt like when I was hitting, it was kind of distributing the energy out rather than hitting. I want to see or feel a hit and a roll through, and this was hit and then kind of spread out. And I think that's why some of the wear on the bottom of the foam is why it looks the way that it does this morning. So that's a 5-minute clip that's going into the daily vlog to tell you about these shoes. I could talk about shoes all day long. However, the run was about the same time. Nothing is new that is sore. I mean, there's no new muscle groups, so this is not a dramatically different shoe, but it has quite a different feel. So, welcome to the week. I hope you're having a great beginning to your week, and I will see you back again sometime throughout today. I'm going to talk to you about this grill outside too. I don't know, there's things going on with it also. But that's my pop in to say hello. I hope you're doing well. Don't know if I'm going to keep the shoes. So I'll see you back again in just a little bit.
Hey everybody,
good guys.
Happy late afternoon. I haven't touched back in since my scuba class, but I got out about 12:30. And I just wanted to say everything went great. I took a little quiz to sort of reassess my skills, and I made a 96%.
She came home all excited. I'm so glad.
He's
it
like,
was a good experience.
You got all the questions right. Let's go through them one by one and just make sure you understand the rationale. Mm-hmm. And so we did, and I told him all about the dive trip that we had last summer and how I really lost my confidence. And I said, I don't understand what happened, but it made Michael feel like he learned a lot of great lessons about how to handle an emergency, and I came away terrified to dive again. He's like, well, we're going to start from the very basics. We're going to go through all the skills.
Yeah.
I put on a wetsuit, even though I didn't need to. The pool was 80 degrees, and it was only 12 feet deep. And then we went through all of the skills. Well, I passed them all with flying colors. I remember all of my skills, but I just needed to get comfortable with all the hoses, all the clips, where the weights go, and just kind of get my confidence back. And I really, really appreciated spending time with this dive master. And when we were done, he asked me, what do I feel like I need more practice on? Well, for me, my answer is always going to be buoyancy. I breathe so long and so slow that I just go up and down in the water. And I asked him, what is your best advice for me? And he said, girl, you just need to get out there and dive. Go with experienced people. Go with people who are confident. Always have a buddy you can trust. Stay close to your dive master and just dive more. And I was like, yeah, ever since we got certified 2 or 3 years ago, we've only been diving like once or twice per year. About every summer, we go to some magical great place in the Caribbean and we dive with the world's most amazing fish. But I can't continue to do that and stay confident in my scuba skills. So we've decided we're going to have to start booking more scuba trips. Michael's very excited because he wants he wants to get more advanced.
Yes.
So we booked one for tomorrow. We're actually going to go scuba dive Rainbow Springs tomorrow.
That's going to be neat.
I know.
It's a drift dive, so we don't even really have to swim a whole lot.
It won't be the same footage. If you watched yesterday's vlog where we swam in Rainbow Springs, the swimming hole is a very small place.
Yeah.
But the scuba dive, they actually take you up to the spring head and you drift down. It only takes between 30 minutes and an hour. And it's a completely different route. So you'll see totally different things.
So it'll be a single tank, I guess. Yeah.
One tank, one dive. And the deepest is only 22 feet. So that's what I said.
Great.
I said, I want more frequent dives. I want to start with some relatively shallow dives. I don't care to go to 60 feet anytime soon. And I want to get my sea legs back under me. I want to get confident again.
That's right. That's what it's about. You're right. Being confident and not like cracking, because it gets scary down there, because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm 60 feet down. You just have to stay.
Yeah.
And that just comes with practice.
It will come with practice. Michael retains information for long periods of time better than I do. I go 12 months between things, and I didn't even remember that I had a second air hose. So it was a whole thing. But I told the story to my dive master today, and he's like 100% agreed. That was a dive that needed to be called, and everybody learned some valuable lessons, and your lesson is you just need more experience. So I came home to tell Michael, I want to dive every 3 months, no matter where in the world we are. If we have to dive in the Arctic Ocean, I want to dive every 3 months. And he said,
I'm all for it.
Why not every month?
Why not every month? Yeah, I was
Let's
like,
go
hey,
tomorrow.
wait a minute. And yeah, she's like, well, they are doing a dive tomorrow. And I said, okay, what time? And she called. I'm like, okay, I can block that off. And then she said, well, how much? I was like, let's do it. So yeah, that's what we're going to do.
If you want to come back tomorrow, we will be diving Rainbow Springs, Florida. Yes, we've snorkeled it. But diving, it's
a totally different area. It's like 8 miles away. We're going to the spring head, and then the current is just going to kind of drift us down slowly. So I'm super excited. I hope we get to see a lot. Yeah.
I forgot to ask if we're allowed to bring our GoPro on this dive, but I can't imagine why we wouldn't be.
Yeah, they've all been fine so far with bringing GoPros along, even the Manatee Tour. So I'm crossing my fingers. If nothing else, it's going to be crystal clear water that we'll get to see some fish and maybe even a manatee or two in the wild.
Our afternoon adventure right now, we are going to show you some sugar mill ruins. Yes. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know we love history.
Love it.
This one is called the Yulee Sugar Mill Ruins right here in Homosassa Springs. And we're going to show you what's left of it and give you whatever little history lesson we can learn and get Abra out and stretch her legs.
It sounds like a great little afternoon. A lot of shade, I think, over here.
Right off the side of the road. We're right close to Homosassa Springs State Park. So let's go show you
Let's
some
go explore.
Old rusty equipment.
Yeah.
The archaeology hat is back, and yes, it is okay to make fun of me in this thing. I don't like the sun to see my face. All right, here we are, Yulee Sugar Mill Ruins. Homosassa Springs is right down this road, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot here to see. I did not look up the history of this online yet, so we're gonna go read the signs and learn about it, and then walk around and show it to you, and show some sugar mill ruins to this little girl. So this sugar mill belonged to David Levy Yulee. He lived 1810 to 1886, and he built Florida's first cross-state railroad, and he was Florida's first U.S. senator. He came to Florida as an immigrant, but rose to become an outstanding businessman and statesman. His sugar mill began operating in 1849, and then during the Civil War, he supplied Confederates with sugar, syrup, and molasses. Federal raiders burned the Yulee home May 29, 1864, but the mill and plantation escaped destruction, which is so shocking. We have not yet seen sugar mill ruins that were not destroyed in the 1800s during the Seminole Indian Wars. So this one, having survived those wars, fascinated me extra.
I'm just going to add, as Jules was giving you the first little bit of history here, this is part of a larger 5,000 acre margarita plantation, I believe is what it was called. So it actually surrounds the entirety of the property as we're kind of just panning the camera. Of course, it's been different things now and sold off. This is the last piece of what still exists from the sugar mill. I thought that was going to be a really deep well, but it's not.
I did too. I was scared to look at it, but it's not that deep.
And like Jules said, we're used to seeing these things destroyed. We've been all over the state looking at sugar mills.
They've all been sacked in the
been sacked in the Seminole Wars. So for this one to be burnt during the Civil Wars is interesting. It's different, yeah.
There's a sign here that explains how this piece of equipment is used. It says the fresh cut cane was mashed between large rotating iron cylinders and the juice was collected in vats. Then the crushed cane, called bagasse, was piled and used along with wood as fuel to fire the furnaces. The juice was piped from here to the cooking kettles.
Another thing that's different here, guys, is that this one actually has steam engine. So what we're used to seeing is not a setup like this where you have a press essentially that's ran by steam. What we have seen, what we have filmed, if you go back and look at our old videos, is that it's churned, it's circular, and it's using weight. So this is different than the other sugar mills that we've been to.
Do you want to see what's inside there?
Do I want to? Okay.
How far can your arm reach? Because we can't see in there. It's just a black hole.
It's a black hole. It's a bunch of rust, and if I zoom,
what's in there, guys?
A cup. There's a cup in the center of it. I see way back there.
I love sticking them in scary holes I can't
yeah.
get into.
I'm looking through the screen, not actually into the... Oh, there's a big vat. Yeah, the vat's on the other side. No, don't you remember how we used to see the setup was horses that had to go in circular fashion to crush the cane? Remember how it was like a grind? So it's really neat to see that this is a press and used a steam engine.
I'll be honest, all these sugar mills we visited, I never really did understand how they worked. I had kind of an idea.
Oh, this is really cool. I love that Florida keeps these, and it's right by the road. You can see the road right there. It's really neat.
On this side over here, the first sign calls this the battery kettle. Maybe there's supposed to be a kettle there. Then it says the syrup kettle, the flambeau kettle, the proper kettle, and the grande kettle. I'm assuming they're talking about these big metal.
And it moves, Jules, from the grande down.
Oh.
So that's why you're seeing different sizes into the underground. This is what it says here.
So it starts here
Yeah.
and makes its way that way.
They're processing it, so it renders down as it boils off, and they move it from kettle to kettle.
Here's an image of how it was done. The juice flowed from the settling vats into the grande, the largest of the 5 kettles. The grande was also the coolest, being the farthest away from the battery, and under which the furnace was fired. The chimney draft pulled the heat from this fire through the furnace to heat the other kettles. The heated juice was hand dipped from the larger to the smaller kettle and ended up as syrup in the battery, the smallest and hottest. Here it reached the strike, which is the sugar stage. It was then ladled into the trough and poured into large wooden vats where sugar crystals began to form as it cooled. After hardening, it was spaded into slices, carried in small tubs to the purgery or the curing room, and packed in hogshead wooden barrels. On the other side of the sugar mill, there's this. This was a something, but we're not sure quite what kind of a reservoir what this was for.
Yeah, I don't know if there was like a ditch here and it kind of flowed down and this was the final product or what, honestly.
There you go. That's the Yulee sugar mill ruins, and I'm so happy to see more sugar mill. I loved coming to check out stuff like that. My favorite was Bulow. Bulow was awesome. Yeah, and there was so much great hiking there, beautiful old trees. Bulow was definitely one of my favorite adventures we ever had on this channel. But here's another sugar mill ruin to brighten up your Monday.
Somebody's repaired it with brick down here at some point.
I see that.
In the past.
While Michael's out getting pictures for our thumbnail, I just wanted to say that I'm so glad that Florida makes public parks out of places like this and makes a nice little sidewalk. There's a chain here, so we know very clearly where we should not approach, or there's no signs, no climbing on this or keep off, etc. But I really think it's nice that they make parks out of these kinds of places. Put up some signs. There's even some benches over here if you want to chill in the shade and learn a little bit of Florida history. That's so great. Abra, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Oh, she does not like the camera in her face. It's like she knows.
Just across the road, there's picnic tables and parking, and I see some swamp way back in there and some birds. Julie asked me, can you see an alligator? I don't, but that doesn't mean there's not one there. I might not just be able to see it. That's cool. We love wild, natural Florida. It is crazy in Florida, I'll tell you, when it comes to wildlife. So yeah, a couple of birds back in there. That's about it. That's the only thing left standing outside of the property that's left for this plantation. Unfortunately, you know, when you go to these things, sometimes it is a lot and sometimes it is a little. And that's what we've got today.
Also, a little Spanish moss and natural Florida sounds appreciation.
Good evening, everybody. I hope this is the last time I'm going to have to deal with this charcoal grill. I've never used charcoal in my life, and this has been a bear trying to get this thing hot. So I went to Publix today and got something called burn in a bag. You don't have to use lighter fluid, and I have a couple of matches here. It tells me in 20 minutes it's going to be ready to grill. We're going to test that. Julie has a little over a pound of top sirloin, and I have a pound of some pepper burgers that I bought today at Publix as well. So let's cross our fingers, wish me luck, and I'll show you what we're dealing with here as we try to make dinner. Okay, so it says quickest and easiest. We'll see. Quickest, no, just a match, right? No lighter fluid, no chimney starter, strike it. We're going to do what it says to do, which is to burn the strip up top, the flap area, and to pull the bottom free and light that. It says here, I thought it told me 20 minutes. Bag will burn away, covered in ash. Okay, I think on the front maybe it says, oh, 15. 15, long burning. We're gonna see if that's actually true. Okay, remember this is not my grill, so this is what we have to work with the ash. All right, we're gonna start it. That's what it says to do. Start it here. Tear back, yeah, the bottom. Puncture the bag. Get that started here. The bag seems to be tough. We're back. I punctured it. It doesn't appear anything is burning like it says it was going to. It smells like fireworks. Let's try that again. Does it say to light the puncture? No, we've done all this. Leave grill uncovered. Okay, light the bottom and the tape at the top. We have done that. Bag's going to burn away. Okay, I did puncture, so maybe we ventilated it the right way. So where do I put this? I'll put it down here. Again, we'll take tips, but I hope to never have to use charcoal. I love propane. Charcoal doesn't even whoa, hey, did you see that? I think that's why we had to vent the bag. All right, hold tight, 15 minutes. I'll come back to you. Just a few minutes left. Julie's begging me to put it on the open flame, but I'm going to wait the time. I think there's 4.5 minutes left, but they are turning ashy. It did light a heck of a lot quicker and is very hot compared to just the bag of charcoal with the lighter fluid. And by the way, guys, it was the same cost at Publix, whether you got the burn in a bag or the regular charcoal, which I find kind of astounding, but I'm really hoping this is going to be hot enough to get a char. That's the one thing we've been missing the last few days, is a char on the steak. All right, the flame has not went out, but we are at time, and I'm going to test it since that's what the instructions said. Bear with me. We're going 1/2 pound burger, and I'm doing this one-handed 1/2 pound burger. Open flame will save for Julie's in just a second because she likes hers rare, if you guys are new to the channel. Otherwise, you all know this already. Well, I don't think that's right. I know this is well over 100 degrees. It's going to be hot just touching this bad boy to open it. All right, Julie wants hers 2 and 2, so I just threw the sirloin on. And that's a big steak. I'm glad the flame's still going, though. Okay, final product. Whew, all the smoke. Looks beautiful. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, let's cross our fingers. It's a pound of ground beef from Publix, already patted out. That's a win. I'm going to have some Kerrygold Reserve
Butter.
cheddar.
Oh, cheddar.
Yes. And Truly grass-fed butter on top. Both of those are from Ireland, but they are different companies. And then when I have burgers, I always grab my little Wickles. That's going to be my meal today.
And this is my huge steak. I have no idea how many ounces.
It's almost a pound and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you waited and ate the largest one on the last day.
Yeah, we did pick up several at Publix.
Yeah.
This is the cheese I'm going to eat. I don't know if I'll eat this whole block, but we really like this brand, Sartori.
Mm-hmm.
They have one that's Merlot flavored. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I really like the tomato basil flavored. So.
And you can't always find that everywhere.
No.
Yeah.
So I say a lot on the channel that I'm lactose intolerant, but I can eat cheese, the raw cheese at room temperature. Hey guys, good evening.
Good evening again. Was dinner a success?
Dinner was great.
I thought the burgers were really well prepared too, so Publix for the win on that.
Michael's done really good learning how to use a charcoal grill for the first time in his life. We are gas grill people, and we feel like we're pretty good at using a gas grill. If it doesn't, there's nothing wrong with it, but this week has been a learning opportunity.
One day at a time.
And I feel like you've mastered my...
Well, thank you. I'm trying. We get a little bit better each time.
It's not quite rare enough for me.
I know, that's true.
At least it's charred now.
I didn't know it was going to get that hot. So there's only 4 total minutes on the grill. That was wild.
If anybody wants to know, I ate well over a pound of that steak.
Yes, you did.
I probably gave 2 to 3 ounces of it to Abra and the whole block of cheese. Yep. Nice. We're going to end the vlog here. Michael is off work, and we're just going to relax this evening. We've been watching a Netflix documentary?
No, HBO Max.
HBO Max.
And those of you who are fans of the podcast world and have been for quite some time, it is a documentary based off of the popular podcast Serial from years ago. But Adnan, I forgot his last name. Anyway, recent developments have brought this about. And if you like Making of a Murderer, that's what they told me when I looked this up, you want to see this. So we've been trying a couple of episodes. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do this evening. And get this vlog edited up.
Yep. Tomorrow, I'm going to try, if all goes according to plan, I'm going to do my hike with me and get to know me video tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Since Michael did his run with me today and get to know me, I'd like to do one as well. We've got a lot of new faces on this channel.
We do, yes.
I'd like to introduce myself to people who don't know me. And then we plan to go scuba diving. Scuba diving tomorrow afternoon. So all of that will probably be a daily vlog. The scuba, unless we have so much footage, we need to break it up into separate videos. So,
and you'll be the first to know.
You'll be the first to know. It may be 1, 2, or 3 videos tomorrow. We don't know yet. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good day.